Do you like chill and cozy games? Fae Farm just might be the ultimate cozy game for you to start a new, relaxing but magical adventure. But what is Fae Farm? Well, it's a brand new farming sim RPG with multiplayer for up to 4 people. It's being developed and published by Phoenix Labs, and if the name Phoenix Labs sounds familiar to you, it's because they have a proven track record of creating fun games, as they're the creators of the hunting game Dauntless. We actually love playing Dauntless, so when Phoenix Labs hit us up to check out their new game, we were more than up for it, and we know you guys like cozy games too, as you loved our Animal Crossing videos when we did them, so a big thank you to Phoenix Labs for sponsoring this video. So here are the things you need to know about it before you play. The game itself is of course a fun, cozy game with a ton of quests, activities, and even awesome dungeons to dive into and a lot to explore. It isn't just a traditional farming sim where you build up your own farm. Players are tasked with the larger objective of solving the mysteries of the enchanted island of Azoria. You're able to embark on a quest either in group play or solo on your own to further the overall story, get valuable resources, unlock a bunch of new features or other useful items. But what's really cool is you can dive into actual dungeons. There are multi-level maps with monsters and other dangerous foes called jumbles to look out for, and with it being a cozy game, the combat is fairly simple, but you can harness the power of Azoria magics to cast your own spells. Aside from dungeons to dive into, Fae Farms is filled with quests that will have you doing various tasks in and around Azoria to not only help you progress through the story. There's also side quests for jobs, friendships, and relationships, and they can be tracked from the map, so they're easy to find and hand in as the characters walk around on the map too. This was a small detail we really liked. But Azoria is filled with many different activities than them as well. Completing each activity is a great way to have some fun and make some progress, but you might want to be aware that activities will use your energy, which gets depleted when you take actions such as farming. As you have your own homestead, farming is the first activity that you'll get access to. This is a great way to gather resources and make progress, and you can create this into a farm in your homestead to grow produce, which can later be sold in town to get money. What's great about farming in this game is that your tool auto-selects depending on what you're hovering over. So if you want to chop some wood, the axe will be ready and in your hand. Then if you want to break a rock, it will switch to the pickaxe, which will be automatically selected. This is a fantastic quality of life feature that isn't normally found in other farming sim games, so we really liked this. Another great feature was the ability to reclaim materials when you place or build something, so you're not wasting resources by making a mistake or experimenting. If you love your animals in these games, you'll be very happy to hear that you can raise your own animals on your farm. The animals are interactive and will often follow you when they see you in your homestead. You can also pet them to boost their happiness. By tending to the animals, it will give you resources for crafting and selling, and we named our Chiku Dilly. As we spoke about earlier on, while exploring dungeons, you can mine minerals and gems as well as defeating monsters. Mining is going to be your key to creating different crafting stations to refine, smelt, and craft new items. Fishing and critter catching lets you discover different types of fish and critters that you can catch, so be sure to keep a lookout for ones that sparkle, as these are rare ones that can be sold or held onto, but of course they are slightly more tricky to catch. Both have mechanics that are simple and clear to use, which we also loved. The movement in Fae Farm, however, is very unique for a farming game. This is because you can run, jump, and swim freely, meaning you can take shortcuts like jumping on the purple mushrooms or swimming over to another area. Of course, there is a fast travel system which makes it easy to get to other parts of the map quickly, and you'll be running around like a speedy person to get all of your jobs done in no time. Our favourite thing to do is to take a leap of faith off of a cliff though. With so much to do in Fae Farm, you will manage your energy so you don't run out, but a fun feature is that the game auto-suggests food for you if you have it in your inventory. So you don't have to go into the menus, you can just eat it by pressing the prompt on the screen. Now you might be wondering, how does progression work in this game? There's some really interesting systems, including the coziness system in your house. You can craft and place items in your home to increase its coziness level. This is the level of which your health, energy, and mana regenerates when you enter your house depending on the items inside. It's a really cool system, and is where some of the RPG mechanics come into play, because the different items and different types increase certain stats for you, such as placing a bed that raises the coziness level but will also give you more energy, meaning the next time you go on a dungeon run it will be a little less scary. It's really easy to keep track of your level progress in the menus, and you'll be able to upgrade your tools so you can gather rare resources faster. And there's even a section for tool upgrades, which shows which upgrades you have, what's next, and the materials you need to do the upgrade. This is a great way to give you things to aim for and unlock, meaning you don't ever really feel lost and you always know what your next goal is, which is not so common in other games. The dungeon tracker shows your progress, the unlocked floors, but also the resources you can get on each floor and the probability of them actually being there. This is super helpful for targeting specific things that you want to gather. If you need to know what something is, the Almanac is a fun and colourful menu that gives you information on everything in Azoria and everything you've unlocked so far. We also love a good character creator and customization, and this one does not disappoint. There are lots of options for skin, hair, you can have odd eyes, meaning you can create your perfect little character to take on your adventures. For the fashion side of things, you can actually change and customize your clothes with dyes. But what's great is that you can dye different parts of the clothes, which unlocks many different combinations for your outfit. The dye system also works with furniture in your house too, which we really loved. It isn't just your character that you can customize. One of the big draws of a good cozy game is the ability to change and customize where you live in the game itself. The options for decorating allows you to build and decorate your homestead and house exactly as you like by adding furniture, changing the floor and walls, even the trimmings of the wood can be changed. Azoria is diverse with many different characters that you can build friendships and relationships with by checking in with them and talking with them. Of course, you can give them gifts too and complete their quests. Friendship and relationship progress is also accessible via the menu. Sometimes characters can flirt with you when you talk with them, which can lead to the start of a romance quest. You can even go on dates and eventually get married. Although we've played this one solo, the game does have co-op and can be played with up to 3 other friends, regardless of your platform, as it has cross-platform capability, which is incredible and we love this in games. Fae Farm releases on September 8th on PC and Nintendo Switch. We had Toxie Moxie from the team give this a go, and she's quite an expert at these kind of games, having played a ton of them and a lot of different varieties. She found it to be really fun and a great relaxing experience. The customization options were very in-depth. There were so many quests so you're never stuck for things to do, and the graphics were super fun and colourful. So tell us what you think in the comments down below, and check out the 2 videos on the screen now. We have plenty more videos coming your way that you won't want to miss out on, so stay subscribed, check out these 2, and then tell us what you think after watching in the comments down below.